Hello, my fellow gamesters. Today, we are diving into the past to bring you 20 games worth revisiting in 2025. Let's jump right in. At number 20, Batman Arkham Asylum. You step into the boots of the Dark Knight, trapped in Gotham's most infamous prison with the Joker running the show. The atmosphere is dripping with tension, and the combat feels like you are actually throwing punches as Batman. Its predecessor stealth sections still get your heart racing as you pick off goons one by one. Exploring the asylum's creepy corridors is as immersive as ever, with secrets around every corner. In 2025, this is still the gold standard for superhero storytelling. Up next, Max Payne 3. You play as Max, a broken man drowning in booze and regret, now a bodyguard in Sao Paulo's underworld. The bullet time mechanic is still one of the smoothest ways to feel like an action movie star. Every shootout is a chaotic ballet of slow motion dives and headshots. The story's dark, emotional punch hits harder than ever in today's gaming landscape. Visually, it's a stunner with detailed environments that pop even on modern screens. Up next, Bloodborne. From Software dropped you into Vietnam, a nightmarish city full of grotesque beasts and cosmic horrors. The fast-paced combat is brutal yet rewarding, demanding precision with every swing of your trick weapons. Its world design is a labyrinth of secrets, begging you to explore every blood-soaked alley. Even a decade later, the boss fights are heart-pounding challenges. Visually, it's still a stunner, especially with a PS5 boost. In 2025, it's the perfect time to hunt some beasts and lose yourself in Yharnam. Up next, Mirror's Edge. You play as Faith, a runner in a dystopian city, leaping across rooftops with breathtaking first-person movement. The minimalist art style, crisp whites and bold colors still looks fresh today. Every jump and slide feels exhilarating, even if you'll fall to your death a few times mastering it. The story's a bit thin, but the vibe and momentum keep you hooked. In 2025, it's a refreshing break from bloated open-world games. Up next, Gears of War. You are Marcus Phoenix, a grizzled soldier fighting locust hordes in a ruined world. The chainsaw bayonet on your Lancer is still one of gaming's most satisfying weapons. It's all about teamwork and grit, especially in co-op mode with a buddy. The grey, war-torn aesthetic set a tone that still feels epic. The campaign's pacing is tight, with memorable stat pieces like the Chiral Chase. In 2025, it's a nostalgic blast of testosterone-fueled fun. Up next, Dishonored. You are Corvo, a supernatural assassin in the steampunk city of Dunwall out for revenge. Blink around rooftops, possess rats, or go full chaos with brutal takedowns. The freedom is unreal. The art style still looks unique and striking. Every level is a playground of possibilities, rewarding creativity over brute force. The story is dark and twisty, with a world that feels alive and oppressive. In 2025, it's a masterclass in immersive sim design. Up next, Burnout 3 Takedown. It's the 2004 racing classic that's pure arcade chaos. It's all about speed, crashes, and glorious takedowns that send rivals spinning into traffic. The boost system keeps you on the edge, chaining combos for maximum adrenaline. Every race feels like a high-stakes demolition derby, and it's addictive as hell. The visuals still pop with vibrant colors and smooth frame rates on modern setups. Its soundtrack, think early 2000s punk and rock. It's a time capsule of nostalgia. In 2025, it's a reminder of when racing games were about fun over realism. Buckle up and slam into the gem again. Crash and burn never felt so good. Up next, we have Ori and the Blind Forest. You play as Ori, a tiny spirit guardian in a breathtakingly beautiful world. The platforming is tight with challenging puzzles that test your reflexes. Its hand-painted art style is still one of the prettiest in gaming history. The emotional story of loss and hope hits you right in the feels. The soundtrack by Gareth Cocker is an orchestral masterpiece that elevates every moment. Even a decade later, it's a masterclass in atmosphere and design. Up next, we have Condemned Criminal Origins. You are Ethan Thomas, an FBI agent hunting a serial killer in a decaying urban hellscape. The melee combat is visceral, smashing hobos with pipes feels raw and desperate. Its atmosphere is thick with dread, like a gritty crime movie gone wrong. The forensics mini-games where you track clues still feel innovative. Sure, the graphics are dated, but the tension holds up perfectly. In 2025, it's a unique blend of survival horror and psychological chills. Up next, we have Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. You play as Prince, wielding a dagger that rewinds time, still one of gaming's coolest mechanics. The acrobatic moves, from wall running to swinging, feel smooth and satisfying. The story's a charming Arabian Nights tale with witty hunter between the prince and Farah. Its art style has a timeless storybook quality that ages gracefully. In 2025, it's a nostalgic trip back to when games balanced challenge and charm. Rewind time and relive this adventure. Up next, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. In this game, you play as Edward Kenway, a swashbuckling rogue ruling the Caribbean seas. The naval combat, cannons blazing, ships splintering, it's still some of the best in gaming. Exploring tropical islands and hidden coves feels like a pirate's dream come true. The shanties your crew sings while sailing, absolute chills every time. Visually, it's a stunner, especially with modern upgrades. In 2025, it's the ultimate pirate fantasy worth revisiting. Up next, we have Shadow of Mordor. You are Talion, a ranger bonded with a wraith, out for the revenge in Mordor. The Nemesis system, where enemies remember you and evolve, is still mind-blowing. Combat flows like a dance of blades, blending Arkham vibes with Tolkien flair. The open world is packed with forts to storm and captains to dominate. Visually, it holds up with gritty detail and epic scope. The story is a solid Lord of the Rings side quest with some dark twists. In 2025, it's a power trip worth taking again. Up next, we have Doom from 2016, a rip and tear reboot that's pure heavy metal chaos. You're the Doomslayer, shredding demons on Mars with a shotgun and a bad attitude. The fast-paced combat is relentless. Glory kills keep the blood pumping. Its level design is a maze of secrets and arenas begging for mayhem. The soundtrack by Mick Gordon is an industrial masterpiece that fuels every fight. Visually, it's still a gore-soaked stunner on modern hardware. In 2025, it's the ultimate stress reliever after a long day. Lock and load, this hellish ride is worth revisiting. Rip and tear until it's done. Up next, we have Cuphead. In this game, you play as Cuphead or Mugman, battling cartoon bosses in the 1930s fever dream. The hand-drawn art style is a love letter to classic animation still jaw-dropping today. Every level is a brutal test of skill, with patterns you will die learning. The jazz soundtrack swings hard, matching the frantic pace perfectly. It's short but replayable, with co-op adding extra chaos. In 2025, it's a unique challenge that stands out in a sea of shooters. Up next, we have Resident Evil Remake 2002. You play as Jill or Chris, trapped in a Spencer mansion with zombies and worse. The fixed camera angles build tension like a horror movie masterpiece. Inventory management and puzzles keep your brain as busy as your trigger finger. The pre-rendered backgrounds still look hauntingly beautiful even today. It's slow, deliberate, and dripping with atmosphere. In 2025, it's a nostalgic scarefest that holds up against modern remakes. Up next, we have Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Play as Big Boss, building an army in a sprawling open world of sand and secrets. The sandbox gameplay, sneaking or going loud, is endlessly creative. Every mission is a puzzle box of possibilities, from tranquilizing guards to riding sheep. Visually, it's a stunner, with weather and lighting that still impress. In 2025, it's a tactical playground worth infiltrating again. Up next, we have Fallout New Vegas. You play as the courier, shot and left for dead, now shaping the Mojave's fate. The branching story and factions like the NCR and Legion offer insane replay value. Every choice feels weighty, from dialogue to who lives or dies. The retro-futuristic vibe with its janky charm still hooks you in. Exploring the desert is packed with quirky characters and hidden lore. Sure, it's buggy, but mods in 2025 make it smoother than ever. Up next, we have Bioshock Infinite. In Bioshock Infinite, you play as Booker DeWitt, sent to Columbia to rescue Elizabeth from a floating city of zealots. The story twists your brain with themes of fate, freedom, and American exceptionalism. Combat mixes guns and vigors like hurling fireballs with slick skyhook traversal. The Art Deco steampunk visuals are still a feast for the eyes. Elizabeth's AI companion feels alive, adding heart to every moment. In 2025, it's a narrative roller coaster worth riding again. Up next, we have Portal 2. You play as Shell, wielding a portal gun in Aperture Science crumbling test chambers. The physics-based puzzles are clever, challenging, and also satisfying to crack. GLaDOS returns with her biting sarcasm, joined by Wheatley's bumbling charm. The co-op mode with a friend is a chaotic blast of teamwork. Visually, it's clean and timeless, with a sterile sci-fi vibe that pops. In 2025, it's still the gold standard for smart, funny gaming. And at number 1, the top game worth revisiting in 2025 is Crysis 3 from 2013. You are a nanosuit soldier in a ruined New York turned urban jungle. The suit's powers, cloak, armor, super strength make you a walking sci-fi badass. Combat is a sandbox of options, from stealth sniping to all-out chaos. The visuals even today are a technical marvel. The bow, with its silent, deadly precision, still feels fresh and fun. The story is a solid sci-fi thriller with alien cap to blast. In 2025, it's a graphical showcase and a gameplay gem. If you liked this video, here's another video you'll want to watch.